On today's episode of Wrestlethoughts, we'll be talking about the Wyatt family coming back together again, a Shield member making history overseas, and obviously the Bloodline. Take it away. All right, so there have been rumors that Erick Redbeard, also known as Erick Rowan, might be coming back to WWE. Apparently, he had he was telling people that he was not accepting any new bookings because of new contractual obligations. What could it be? Obviously, it has to be the Wyatt family, which will be kind of interesting, especially if we have Bo Dallas come back. Which there was a video the other day that showing him, showing some kind of like vignette with Uncle Howdy, and that's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully, they're able to continue the whole Bray Wyatt thing, and it actually makes sense. I think they're going to make it look tasteful, especially if you have Bo there. Bo's not going to just do it to get a paycheck. He's going to do it to honor his brother, to honor his legacy, and to let him live forever in our minds, which obviously we all love Bray Wyatt and his creativity. Are we going to get to a level where Bray Wyatt was? I don't know. I really doubt it, but hey, it's not just going to be Bo Dallas coming up with ideas. It's also going to be the whole battery of creatives behind WWE. So I think they could do a really, really good job. Also, Alexa Bliss is apparently really close to coming back. In fact, there was a little glitch during the Bianca Belair Jade Cargill versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven match that says you forgot about us. It's probably about that. It was in a very, very cryptic kind of Bray Wyatt-esque type of way, which I really like. I didn't even see it, and I was watching the show. I was like, okay. Then afterwards, I was like, all right, interesting. But I kind of like it, and I like that it was in that match because I think it may be signaling more Alexa Bliss than even the Wyatt Six or New Wyatt family, whatever they want to call it. But I can't wait to see her come back, and she's going to come back to a much better women's division than when she left. This is possibly the best time in women's wrestling we've ever had in WWE. It's absolutely insane, the amount of top tier talent, which hopefully we get a mid tier title very soon. Because I think that, the tag team titles, they're okay, but it kind of seems like they go nowhere fast. We need some kind of either intercontinental title or North American title, whatever you want to call it. But we need some kind of mid-card title so we can give some shine and some more TV time to some of the women that do deserve to have TV time. If you want to build stars like, let's say, like a Tiffany Stratton type deal, I think she would be a perfect candidate for a title like that, especially if you're going to have Queen of the Ring. My God, make it meaningful, make it worth something, and have the first winner of that tournament be the Queen of the Ring and win that championship, whatever you want to call it. I think that would be an amazing idea, and it would give them a little bit more credibility. Also, we had Braun Strowman supposedly might be coming back soon too. It seems like he's been out for, I don't know, over a year and a half or so. I know he had some issues with his neck. Hopefully he's doing much better. I know when he comes back, he's going to be an absolute beast. And honestly, if they're reforming the Wyatt family, they have to have Braun. There's no way you're going to do that without him. Plus the fact he's a very credible guy. If you're going to need somebody to kind of be at least a champion or kind of in the championship hunt, or at least be that muscle that every faction needs. We also have also another interesting thing happened this past weekend on Friday. The streak of nobody from the Shield having a major championship ended in only 5 days. We had Jon Moxley defeat Tetsuya Naito for the New Japan World Championship, called the IWGP Championship. Honestly, I have not watched that match. It's been a lot of wrestling this past week, I will say that. But I know he probably did a great job. I mean, the guy is really, really good. Unfortunately, I think he does need to kind of calm down a little bit and not not start gushing all over the place or anything, because he's always, it always seems like he's bleeding, but you just sneeze on the guy who's bleeding. You look at the guy who's bleeding. You just say something to him, he's bleeding. So I think he has to calm down on that. In fact, I wouldn't be opposed to having him come back to WWE and have him be kind of like that Jon Moxley-ish character, but just a little bit toned down. Not too crazy. Because one thing is seeming a little violent. One thing is just completely unhinged. And I don't know. I think he could do a lot better than that. Then the last thing, the Bloodline. Interesting thing happened on Friday night on SmackDown. We had Tama Tonga come in and jump Jimmy Uso while Solo was hugging him. It was very Judas-like. I think it was really great. The look on Paul Heyman's face was absolutely crazy. The guy was crying. He didn't know what to do. And then it seems like Solo, after Paul Heyman told him that losing has consequences, he took that to heart. And then he's like, okay, so losing has consequences, whatever, cool. And I don't know if he's taking over the Bloodline, if he's trying to form his own faction, like NWO did with the Black and White and the Wolfpack. Not sure if it's that. But my only thing is that, honestly, of all people in this planet, why Solo taking over? I understand that they're trying to build him and make him into a guy, make him something special, and I think they can. But he's lost I don't know how many matches in a row. So how are you going to tell me that all of a sudden this guy that has more losses this year than the Detroit Pistons is going to be the leader of the Bloodline? When Roman Reigns has literally, this is the first time he's actually been pinned in a singles match in I don't know how long. How can that be? I really don't know. Could it be that Solo and Tama Tonga are going with The Rock, and then you have Jimmy and Jay go back with Roman, which I wouldn't be opposed to, because I really want to see the Usos back together again, and I would love to see them with Roman again. I'm not sure if it would be in a baby face, or if they would be heels or tweeners like JJ likes to say. Whatever they decide to do, I'm going on for the ride, because I think WWE's earned it. They've done an amazing job these last few years with the Bloodline thing, and especially this past year, bringing in The Rock, giving that storyline that extra little push it needed, because it was, honestly, I enjoyed it, but it was starting to get a little long in the tooth, a little stale. So I'm glad that now The Rock came in, he kind of shook things up. Hey, all right, cool. Now we have the final boss, and we have the tribal chief, which I don't know if The Rock's going to turn into the high chief or something to that matter, which it would make sense to me. But then again, also we may have Jacob Fatu come in, which that would be very interesting. That would be really good. Now, where would he go? Will he go with a Solo, or will he go with Roman? That's the question. But I doubt that they're going to make him the tribal chief, because he's a lot of wrestling fans like you and me. We know who Jacob Fatu is. We know what he can do, but most people outside of the wrestling bubble don't know who he is. So they need to give us a little bit of story. They need to tell us who he is. They need to give him a little bit of time to grow, because honestly, he's another potential main eventer soon. I doubt for the big title for anytime soon, but I could see him as a U.S. champion or an IC champion very, very easily, and a dominant one at that. In fact, him against Gunther would be absolutely amazing. Hell, against Sami Zayn, he's the IC champion right now. They could put up a banger. That would be amazing. Him against AJ Styles. The possibilities are endless with this guy. And Tama Tonga. A lot of people don't even know who Tama Tonga is. They don't know his history in New Japan. They don't know that he is the son of Haku, the most feared man probably in the history of wrestling, that apparently bit off the nose of a guy in a bar fight, which is absolutely crazy. And a lot of people don't even know him. but the guy is really great. I've seen a lot of his matches in New Japan, and even my only critique about him, especially like probably 5-6 years ago, when he was in the Bullet Club, I don't know. I kind of didn't see his storytelling being that good, or even his promos being that good. But as of late, I mean, the guy's been on fire. I mean, the guy has been amazing. Him and his brother Tonga Loa, which he used to be Camacho in NXT. I don't know if any of you guys remember, but he's also been doing a great job where they're the Gorillas of Destiny. Love that tag team. I mean, it was absolutely great. And in fact, they even have another brother, Hikule, over there. He's almost like 6'8" or something. He's like a giant. Wouldn't shock me. So we have a lot more Bloodline members that they could pick from to come in and and extend this story. The Bloodline may actually be one of those factions that stays for years, and it just changes, but it's always a constant. Very similar to what Bullet Club is in New Japan. Because Bullet Club's been around, I don't know, I think like at least like 10 years or so. I mean, since the days of AJ Styles in New Japan. So, I mean, at least, let's say at least 8 or 9 years. So I can see the Bloodline be that kind of faction where it never ends. You just have somebody else come in, and little by little, you have somebody take over the other leader, and the story just continues. So, I mean, it wouldn't shock me, and I would not be opposed to that. But, all right, so just let me know what you guys think about all of these things that we talked about, or if there's anything else you guys want me to talk about in a future episode. All right, guys, peace.